Footage of Hurricane Tammy, October 23, 2023. Where a strong storm brings flash floods and destroys everything in its path.
Voilà. Oh, ni avait pas sorti à casa mãe.
After hit Caribbean, the heavy rains from Hurricane Tammy will continue over the Guadeloupe and Leewards Islands through tonight. The Guadeloupe archipelago was confined on Saturday for several hours after the maximum cyclone alert was triggered due to the passage of Hurricane Tammy, which caused damage on the island of Désirade, according to the prefect.
Madame la coïncidence là, moi-même pour ta qui est là. Madame la coïncidence là.
After decreeing vigilance, violet, and confinement at 9:30 a.m. local time, Regional Prefect Xavier Lefort lowered the alert level to green shortly before 3 p.m. The phenomenon is not completely over, State Service still estimate. The prefect therefore decided to place the Caribbean archipelago on orange alert for heavy rains and storm as well as for wave submersion and on yellow for violent winds. For the moment reassuring in the French West Indies, Hurricane Tammy only caused material damage in Guadeloupe. On Saturday, after approaching Martinique, where it mainly caused very strong wave with trough reaching a maximum of 7.70 meters, rain and strong wind, it brushed the Guadeloupe archipelago on its way up towards and north of the West Indian archipelago. The island of Désirade, located in the southeast of Guadeloupe, was particularly affected. Assured the prefect to against French fears, the small island of 1,400 inhabitants suffered mainly material damage. Electric wires and trees fallen on the road and roof of houses which flew away. Operation by sea and by air is being prepared to help put things back to normal. According to Mayor, the island commune was deprived of electricity on 80% of its territory at midday Saturday evening in Paris. The facilities of some beach restaurants were damaged. For several hours on Saturday, economic activity throughout Guadeloupe, which has around 380,000 inhabitants, was completely stopped. Travel was prohibited there after schools closed Friday. The population was asked to start sheltered, to take refuge in the safest room in each home, and to only use the telephone if absolutely necessary. The weather alert had reached the highest alert, purple in color, which imposed confinement. It only lasts a few hours before activity gradually resumed. During the night from Saturday to Sunday, Guadeloupe returned to vigilance orange due to wind, rain, and flooding. Finally, the red alert was reactivated in the morning due to the amount of precipitation. The accumulation linked to Tammy should reach up to 350 mm, according to Meteo France, or 350 liters per square meter. forecasting the wind will blow around 90 km per hour. Wave throws could still reach 4 meters. Once this tail of the hurricane has passed, the situation will return to much more normal. This should happen in the afternoon or in the evening and early night in Paris. Chain Guadeloupe were specified that air and sea surface will be able to resume. The closure on Saturday having disrupted the rotations, modifications to the timetables were to be expected.
Las motos, mano! Las motos, marico!
Martinique also remains on orange alert, also due to precipitation. But as the island is farther from Tammy than Guadeloupe, the consequences are less. Cumulative rainfall is expected to reach up to 150 mm or 150 liters per square meter. Wave height should be limited to a maximum of 1.5 meter. Some interventions are underway on the road network to clear it and store it. Red vigilance was lifted in the morning in Saint Martin and Saint Barthélemy in the northwest of Guadeloupe.
Voilà. Estimer un peu la hauteur de l'eau par rapport aux abris.
The Category 1 out of 5 hurricane came within about 100 kilometers of two islands and its closest. The wind modeling map shows Tammy near Saint Martin and Saint Barthélemy. Both islands remain on orange alert due to precipitation. Cumulative rainfall is expected to reach 120 mm or 120 liters per square meter. The wind has currently weakened but continued to gust at around 100 km per hour. The wave depth, which reached 4.5 meters, is now only 2.5 meters. The prefecture did not judge that the condition made it necessary to impose proper level vigilance and therefore confinement. Around 20 people went to shelters made available for those with exposed or fragile housing. The U.S. National Hurricane Center, in its 5 p.m. update, said Tammy was about 120 miles north of Anguilla. There are no coastal watches or warning in effect. The center of Hurricane Tammy was located near latitude 19.9 north, longitude 63.4 west. Tammy is moving toward the northwest near 9 miles per hour. A turn toward the north is expected late tonight, followed by a north-northeast or northeast motion on Monday and Tuesday. Maximum sustained winds are near 85 miles per hour with higher gusts. Some slight strengthening is possible during the next few days. Hurricane force wind extend outward up to 25 miles from the center and tropical storm force wind extend outward up to 115 miles. Tammy is expected to produce the following storm total rainfall.
Voici pas qu'à passer là. Vous voyez? Eh bien d'accord. Bestial.
Leeward Island 4 to 8 inches with the storm total maximum amount of 12 inches. Martinique and Dominica additional 2 to 4 inches, storm total maximum 6 inches. British and U.S. Virgin Islands into eastern Puerto Rico with 1 to 2 inches with maximum storm total amounts of 4 inches. This rain may produce isolated floods and river flooding, along with isolated mudslides in areas of heather terrain. Meanwhile, in Mexico, Hurricane Norma and Tammy weakened to tropical storm strength Saturday after bringing hurricane force winds, flash flooding, and storm surge to Mexico's Pacific coast. Meanwhile, another late-season storm continued to threaten island nation in the Atlantic. Norma and Tammy made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane with winds of 80 miles per hour over the far southern portion of Mexico's Baja California surf, which includes Cabo San Lucas on Saturday afternoon, the local hurricane center said. Hurricane Tammy made landfall in Barbuda as a Category 1 storm Saturday night, turning maximum sustained winds of 85 miles per hour. Tammy has triggered hurricane warnings with strong winds and heavy rainfall across portions of the Leeward Islands, a chain of several island nations and territories between the Caribbean Sea and the open Atlantic. Norma's maximum sustained winds decreased to 70 miles per hour, and the tropical storm was centered about 30 miles north and northeast of Cabo San Lucas as of Saturday night, the Hurricane Center said. The tropical storm hit the southernmost portion of Baja California Sur in the evening before emerging over the southern Gulf of California on Sunday. Mexico's government downgraded the hurricane warning spanning from Todos Santos to Los Barriles to a tropical storm warning Saturday night, the Hurricane Center said. However, threats from Norma and Tammy still remain, as it could bring threatening conditions to a tourist-friendly region of Mexico, home to a few 100,000 people. A dangerous storm surge produced coastal flooding in areas of onshore winds within the hurricane warning area Saturday. Heavy rains and flash flooding from Norma and Tammy are forecast to persist through the weekend, the Hurricane Center said. Norma will bring heavy rainfall and flooding to the area. Rainfall totals of 6 to 12 inches with isolated totals approaching 18 inches are possible. The weakening cyclone should turn toward the northeast and east and slowly approach the coast of Sinaloa in western Mexico on Sunday night into early Monday as a tropical storm, according to the Hurricane Center. Norma is forecast to move inland by early Monday and dissipate over the rugged terrain of western Mexico by Tuesday. Hurricanes in this part of the Atlantic are rare for late October. Tammy is only the third hurricane to form this far southeast in the Atlantic since 1900, according to hurricane expert Michael Lowry. It's also the latest forming hurricane in its part of the Atlantic since 1966, according to a research scientist in the Department of Atmospheric Science at Colorado.